What's all this?
Robespierre. He's declared today a festival of the Supreme Being. A paean to the virtue of the nation and the citizens' duty toward it.
Why does that sound familiar?
As far as Templar doctrine goes, it's a loose interpretation.
We'll never get close to him in the middle of all this. We'd best retire and wait for a better opportunity.
Still thinking like an assassin. This time, I have a plan.
Oh? And what would that be?
Think like a Templar.
Amazing! Thought we were supposed to be rationing thinking.
Vive Robespierre! Bravo!
Vive la liberté!
The Supreme Being ain't called for Robespierre.
Ridiculous pomp and circumstance.
What is he thinking?
What now?
Robespierre is unassailable. He's got half the guard out in force. We'll never get within 10 yards of him.
Just what I said.
But he's not as popular as he was. The Purgers, the Supreme Being cult. If we can discredit him, he's finished.
A massive public spectacle is the perfect venue.
Exactly. Paint him as a dangerous lunatic and his power will evaporate like snow in April. But we'll need some convincing evidence.
I have an idea where to start. You coming?
Meet me after. I have my own arrangements to make.
Réduisez-les au néant! Soyez sans pitié!
And the strength to execute them.
What stupidity! What the hell? Did I?
The code of justice and equality.
What a too slow!
Got you!
There you are!
Together in an immense chain of love and happiness. They have sullied, and to restore the justice they have, head that way.
that?
Celebrate his power. He created men to help and to
Oh, another nutcase. So many these days. Hey, wait.
Proper game of
I think she Is that your best?
Must be hiding from the line. Another cape
I'll make you pay!
Decreed the Republic, making liberty, good faith, and justice the order of the day for all centuries and for all people. He did not create kings to devour the human species. Neither did he create priests to harness us like brute beasts. Heritage of kings, to give the world the example of faithful, crime, purpose, compulsory, and falsehood to the world. He created the universe to celebrate his power. He created men to help and to love one another. To attain happiness through love and purpose. The author of nature linked all mortals together in an immense chain of love and happiness. Courage turned into a dare for greatness. Friends, Republicans, it is up to you to cleanse the air they have studied.
I didn't create it.
Liberty issued together from the breast of the Supreme Being. Generous people, you want triumph over all your enemies. Justice and render to the Supreme Being the only form of worship worthy of him. People, let us surrender ourselves today under his auspices. Just ecstasy of pure joy. In moral gain, combat vices and tyrants. We shall give the world an example of republican virtue. That shall honor the Supreme Being more. The eternally happy
Sergeant
day
Number One.
Shit. Supreme Being has finally arrived. Never come here.
This is but...
At this moment, he sees an entire nation, with all the oppressors of the human race, suspend its heroic efforts in order to raise great people.
Hurry! There he is!
Faster.
Let's see. Incriminating evidence.
And equality.
Incriminating
Right there,
evidence.
the just sentence of tyrants. Did not people at the very beginning decree the republic,
A letter.
good faith and justice, the order of the day.
Monsieur Robespierre, take care that you do not allow your personal ambitions to come before the great work. That which we do not for our own glory, but to remake the world into Molay's image. Jamais.
That's no help at all. Looks like a diary.
At exactly 5 in the morning, a general recall shall be sounded in Paris. This call shall invite every citizen, men and women alike, to immediately adorn their houses with the beloved colors of liberty, either by rehanging their flags or by embellishing their houses with garlands of flowers and greenery.
Not quite what I'm looking for.
Liberty and virtue together from the breast of the supreme being.
That's odd.
Monsieur, as you have been the savior of the Republic, I beg you now to be my brother's savior as well. Even now he languishes in prison, arrested by patriots more zealous in their heroism than careful in their methods. No warrant for André's arrest was ever issued, and yet he remains imprisoned in Saint-Lazare under suspicion. I pray you do not recall my brother's writings in the Journal de Paris, coming as they did from an intemperate poet's heart. Rather, I beg you, if my own humble skills have been even the smallest of aid to our glorious revolution, spare my brother. In his writings, I see the burgeoning of France's greatest poet, a light that will shine for all time. Yours in patriotism, Marie-Joseph Chenier.
Not quite what I'm looking for. Publiciste de la Révolution française. The day after Marat died. Hardly the sort of thing to topple a tyrant with. Merlin, Tallien, Bourdon. These are all deputies of the National Convention. Lists of political figures written in the hand of a man fond of sending his rivals to the guillotine. Yes, these should do nicely.
Well?
A list of names. 50 or so deputies of the National Convention, all written in Robespierre's hand and all opposed to him.
I imagine those good gentlemen would be quite interested to know they're on that list. First... Monsieur Robespierre brought his own refreshments. Distract the guards. I have an idea.
Distract the guards. Right.
Armed in turn with the daggers of fanaticism and the poison of atheism, they can no more tear the world from the daggers of fanaticism and the poisons of atheism, they can no more tear the world.
in turn the daggers of fanaticism and the poisons of atheism. Their sacrilegious conspiracies. Fear no more their sacrilegious conspiracies. They can no more tear the world. When you trust.
Funny smoke. Natural. Bienvenue, cher client.
More speed! Need to catch up! Let us not count on unalloyed prosperity. The triumph of obstacles or anything that depends upon the fortune or perversity of another. Armed in turn with the daggers of fanaticism and the poisons of atheism, they can no more tear the world from... Yes, armed with the daggers of fanaticism.
Lovely disappearing trick.
They can no more tear the world. Armed in turn with the daggers of fanaticism and the poisons of atheism.
Attendez voir, attendez. Et tout ça, c'est de la viande. C'est même particulièrement hideux.
Monsieur Robespierre brought his own refreshments. Distract the guards. I have an idea.
Distract the guards. Right.
Conspiracy. That would be peaceful. They can no more tell us. People fear no more their sacrilegious conspiracies. They can no more tear the world from... Yes. People fear no more their sacrilegious conspiracies. It is wisdom, above all, that allows guilty enemies not to drive from the Republic. We must be generous toward the good, passionate toward the unfortunate, and inexorable. We must be compassionate toward the good. Generous, compassionate, and inexorable. We must be generous toward the good, compassionate toward the unfortunate, and inexorable toward the wicked. Unalloyed prosperity, triumph without obstacles, or on anything that depends on the fortune or perversity of another. Armed in turn with the daggers of fanaticism and the poison